Welcome to Montreal. I will be your tour guide for today. My name is Francine. Have any of you been here before? Well, hopefully we will have something for everyone. For those of you who are returning and for those of you who are visiting us for the first time. Montreal is a great city, and I'm not just saying that because I live here. We have lots to offer. So, you will be staying at the Hotel Champ de Mars, which is located in Old Montreal, and it is about a 10-minute walk from the sites we will be visiting today. Our first stop will be the Old Port of Montreal, which is the beginning of our journey together. The other three sites we will be visiting today is the Hospital de la Miséricorde, the Notre Dame Basilica, and the Marguerite Museum. I also apologizing for the butchering of the French language and any French names that I am pronouncing today. So now, here we are at the Old Port of Montreal, which was founded in 1642 by Paul Chaumet de Maisonneuve. This picture shows the tall ships anchored in the harbor, as they had not built wooden docks until 1760, and these were only temporary. So to get to shore, they would have had to row, and they would have landed on muddy banks. So people sailed from the French ports of either Les Rochelle or Dieppe, all the way across the Atlantic to the Gulf of St. Lawrence, and then down the river to Montreal. The women would have had their pick of men, as at this point in time there were 6 men to every 1 woman. Conditions were harsh, and life was very hard for the first settlers. And one of the ways that the women were encouraged to go to New France was through programs like the King's Daughters, also known as Filles des Rois. And the king provided dowry for these girls. And between 1663 and 1673, around 800 women migrated to New France under Louis XIV's rule. This was done in order to boost the population and encourage men and women to settle and start having families here. However, women did not just come for marriage. Some came to start a new life, and others came to build schools and hospitals, and those women who did were mostly nuns. To bring us forth to the present day, this port is now a tourist attraction. It is dedicated to preserving the history and culture of Montreal. In 1963, Old Montreal was declared an historic site, and in 1973, the port was moved further east, ending the centuries-long import at this site. In 2012, we had the tall ships strong anchor in the Old Port in September, giving tours, but sadly this year they aren't coming. So, shall we move on to our next stop?
Created using Powtoon.